Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about a really cool group of Mbuna that I have down here in the fish room. So these are my Elongatus Linganjala, and I have 14 of them here in my 29 gallon. So I did show you guys these fish very briefly in a fish room update that I did back in February. They were all together in a 10-gallon tank, but since then I've moved them over here to the 29 and they've put on a little bit of size. So I haven't had a chance to sit down and do a proper video on these guys, so I thought we would do that today, and I thought I would talk a little bit more about how I became interested in these fish, some of the struggles that I've had with the group, and also my plans for the group moving forward. So originally I was looking for a striped Mbuna to breed down here in the fish room, and I belong to a couple of aquarium forums on Facebook, and I saw a few people post some pictures of these fish, and I thought, man, those are some beautiful Mbuna. I would love to get my hands on some for myself. So I reached out to a couple people, and that's how I ended up with this group of juvies. So I've had these guys for about 4.5 months now, and the biggest fish are probably just about 3 inches. So some of the struggles that I've had with these guys, when I first got them, I had trouble with them adjusting to the diet a little bit. Some of them weren't eating, and it seemed like they weren't putting on any size. But since then, things have changed, and they're all doing great now. Everybody's eating, everybody's healthy. These guys eat like little piggies, but it just seems like sometimes they can't really put on any weight. And the other thing that I've had a little bit of issue with these guys is I've had some issue with aggression. This group is from a couple different batches of fry. So some of the fish were a little bit larger than the other ones. And there's the male dancing there in the corner of the video. So that's kind of nice. You get to see just how beautiful these guys are. But anyway, getting back to the topic here. Yeah, these guys are pretty feisty fish. I think the group is also a little bit male heavy. So it's kind of been a little bit of a struggle. As you can see, some of them kind of have some bruised up noses. They still fight quite a bit. But overall, the group is doing really well. They are getting bigger. They're all healthy. So my plans for these guys, I know in this tank I have 2 very beautiful males. And I think I have 3 of the larger fish. I believe those 3 are females as well. So my plan is to take the 2 males and the 3 females, and I'm going to move them over into my 75 gallon with the rest of my breeding Mbuna. And then all of the smaller ones I'm going to take and I'm going to put in another tank, and I'm going to grow them out with some other juvies that I have. And once I kind of figure out how many males and how many females I have, I'll take the other females, I'll put them in with the breeding group, and any extra males I plan on just maybe selling them off. So hopefully sometime down the road I'll have myself a nice little breeding group of these guys, and I'm definitely going to do a little update maybe 3 or 4 months down the road, and I'll show you guys how these guys are progressing. So a couple of really cool things that I found out about these fish. I found out about them after I got them. I heard that they've only been imported to Ontario twice. And the other thing is, if you do a Google search of Elongatus Linganjala, or you do a YouTube search, you're actually not going to find a lot of information on these fish. I know if you do a YouTube search, you will find a couple of videos from these fish in the wild in Lake Malawi. But there's really not a whole lot of videos on these guys in captivity. So I think that's kind of cool. I'm not really sure why that is. I don't know if this is a newer species or maybe it's a newer collection point in the lake, something like that. But anyway, it's kind of a neat thing that, you know, maybe I'm one of the first people to kind of put some videos up there of these guys, you know, just in a home aquarium. So I think that's pretty cool. And these guys are really gorgeous. I'm glad you kind of got to see the male dancing around a little bit. The lighting is pretty bad in this tank. It's kind of hard to get some good shots, but like I mentioned, in the future I'm going to do an update when they get a little bit bigger, and hopefully you'll get to see just how beautiful these guys really are. So I think that's going to wrap it up for the video. If you liked the video, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber already. And of course, I love to read your comments. So if you've kept these fish before, or if you have an opinion on the video, anything like that, I would love for you to leave me a comment. So that's going to do it for the video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the update, and we'll see you again real soon.